With me in the studio is Stacey Bivens from our US election team, who's following this story for us very closely. We've just heard a very short clip there from Donald Trump's lead physician. What else did the medical team have to say?
Okay, so Dr. Sean Connolly spoke about Trump's fever, and he said he had a high fever, but that was on Friday. But he didn't say how high that fever was. And he didn't talk at all about his lungs, any x-rays about that. And he didn't say if Donald Trump was experiencing pneumonia or not. And then, interestingly enough, we were talking about how cagey the doctor seemed yesterday when he was answering questions about oxygenation. And he said that he was trying to reflect an upbeat attitude, which is very strange because he's a medical doctor, not a part of Trump's PR campaign. So that's weird that happened. And
do you think there's pressure from the White House or Trump's people on the medical team?
Absolutely. I believe that Donald Trump wants to project strength and that he's that he can bounce back quickly, and that maybe COVID isn't as bad as the media says. So I do believe the doctor is under pressure. Why else would he do that? This is so unorthodox and very unprofessional.
We learned that Trump is on steroids. Steroids against COVID-19. What do we know about that?
Okay, so he's on a corticosteroid, and it's called dexamethasone. And basically what happens is with COVID, the body can experience inflammation. And this is caused by it reacting to a foreign entity within the body, and then the body risks attacking its own cells. And so the corticosteroid is meant to stop that or to slow it.
This statement comes as he seems to still be very upbeat about his illness, and we don't know whether he actually still is, but his doctors say that he is. Do you think when he continues, if he gets better and we will continue to campaign, will he change his attitude to this virus?
Well, we haven't had any indication that he will. When he gave that message yesterday on Twitter, he basically said, what else can I do? I need to be out and working. This is just something that happened to me, without any regard for, well, there are precautions that people can take. And as the leader of the United States, it was his job to instruct people about how dangerous COVID is and what they can do to protect themselves. And during this recording, he had a chance to be a different man and to advocate for better protections for people, social distancing, wearing masks. And he's teased Joe Biden quite often about wearing a mask, saying it's so big, I don't know, he wears it all the time for no reason, And so he and Vice President Joe Biden have different takes on the importance of masks, and we have a soundbite from Joe Biden who was speaking about this earlier.
Here's what I'll do as president.
Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden speaking there. Stacey, many members of the president's inner circle seem to be infected and have tested positive for COVID. How are all these infections going to affect the presidential campaign?
Well, it affects it in so many ways. First of all, the Senate Republicans wanted to push forward Trump's nominee for the Supreme Court, and they were on a record schedule. That might be thrown off because 2 of the senators from the Senate Judiciary Committee have contracted the virus. Now Donald Trump is out of commission. So he can't go out and campaign, obviously, his condition. And so this puts a lot of pressure on Vice President Mike Pence, who will not only have to go out as a surrogate on the campaign trail, but will also have to take over some administrative duties. And he has to prep. On Wednesday, he's debating with Senator Kamala Harris. And because of what's happened with this, with the president's condition, everybody in attendance will have to wear a mask except for Pence and Harris and the moderator.
Stacey Bivens, thank you.
You're welcome.